Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Battle Court Jai-Alai. Tonight's game day will feature the Chargers going up against the Warriors. And let's introduce the finale, top-ranked singles matchup here between Douglas and Zulaika. This is the second and final meeting of these two players here in our Spring 24 season. Zulaika took the first. Douglas looking for his revenge. That would also get his Warriors team the game day win. And if we were to tie here, Stu, we heard the scores of the first two game days between these teams. 5-3 in favor of the Chargers the first time out, 5-3 in favor of the Warriors the second time out. And if they tie right here, these two teams will have split the points in their 3 game days evenly. Shows you how balanced these teams are, two of our top contenders. We are ready to go with our final match of the game day, a top-ranked singles match representing Chargers. We have Zulaika. And for the Warriors, we have number 13, Douglas. There's a serve. Our final match is underway. Douglas opens up with a backhand. Nice catch by Zulaika overhead. Tries to get this one to pass. Douglas on the rebote. Makes a save. Zulaika, powerful throw to the inside. Douglas backing up. One-handed scoop. Hard throw on the return. Zulaika now digs one out. Douglas reaching up high on the left side. Big backhand. Zulaika on the rebote. Powers it to the inside. Douglas on the costado. It's a 2-wall. Not opening up enough. Zulaika from the outside is Karam. Will score. First point for final match to Zulaika.
Zulaika, rather Douglas, didn't seem entirely committed to that shot. Kind of showed. Zulaika read him perfectly and got right there.
Rebote forehand, kept to the inside. There's Douglas, nice reach. Hard backhand follows. Zulaika up the wall. He does not come down with the ball. We're tied up, 1-1. Rebote forehand, play to the inside. Here's Douglas reaching in at the 10 line. Forehand rebote, picked off. Here's Zulaika into the 2-wall. Dropping in to score. A challenge has been requested on the 2-wall as thrown by Zulaika. The ruling on the floor was in. We will go to replay review. All righty here, Stu.
Andrew and I frequently disagree on these. Lots of swearing and throwing of empty water bottles back here in the announcer's booth. This play is under review.
I got a full bottle here, Stu. Let's see what you have to say about this replay here in a second.
If I survive the first bottle, I'll throw myself.
I got some Sprite too, so it's going to get worse.
That is sticky. That is tough to get out. That is a little tough to get out. We'll try to keep it civil. This play is under review. It was called in. Play currently being reviewed. So if any part of the ball touches the line, here's the 2-wall.
The angle at which it dropped off the front wall was rather sharp. I think it looked like it was going to be way out, but I don't know. Oh, my goodness.
That appears to touch the line.
We're going to have to zoom in.
That appears to touch, if any part of the ball touches the line.
And I think you're going to see a piece of that white touching red.
Look, 90% of it is in, or maybe 80% of it is in the green, but part of it is in the red. Any part touches it, that's out. Any part of the ball touches it, that is out.
upon replay review, the ball is ruled out. The point will go to Douglas. Douglas leads 2-1.
Any part of that ball touches that line, it's out. That's a good call.
Yeah, it's,
Andrew
I mean, that was,
there wasn't too much disagreement between.
That was the closest we've ever had.
Yeah,
that is very close, but got it right. And the Warriors do retain their challenge in case there's another play that they need to review in this match. Backhand there by Zulaika, just out of reach. Douglas on the rebote, he lays it up. Zulaika advancing on the forehand, opens up for the carom. Not opening up enough. Douglas, the high three-wall play, opens up and scores.
Good read by Zulaika. Definitely good read by Zulaika. He knew to go outside, just not outside enough. Douglas probably throws that three-wall better than anyone.
Zulaika, there's a scoop on the forehand. Powerful throw to the inside. Douglas, what a catch as that crossed the side wall. Rebote forehand, powered inside. Here's Douglas again, backhand. Rebote forehand, a little too high. That got away from him. 4-1 lead for Douglas.
Yeah, Zulaika has not been able to get into a rhythm. When he is, he'll start rifling two balls one after the other. That one just hit the line, was out. Momentum currently with Douglas.
Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. A good serve lands between the 4 and 7 line. Second serve is good. There's Zulaika with the backhand. Rebote, 2-wall. Douglas turns it into a shot that scores. 5-1 lead. Douglas has a possible set point.
Don't see Douglas turn many two-wall rebotes from behind the 8 line. That's pretty significant for Matt. That's pretty significant. Look at this. Boom. Perfect time to throw it. Zulaika was in the middle of the court.
Fault under serve. Just short of the 4 line. Second serve coming up. Ooh, a ball. Yeah, a little of a Magic City bounce there. I agree. Second point for Zulaika. Forehand rebote. Get past Douglas. He's looking for the rebote on the back end. It's a 2-wall. Stopped by Zulaika. Zulaika with the carom. That scores 5-3. Still going here in our opening set.
Zulaika was to the outside of the court. Douglas really had to cut it more to get it to open. Also had the effect of poking the bear just slightly where Zulaika was concerned. Zulaika turned that carom pretty quick and aggressively to score.
Douglas from the left side. There's a big backhand. Rebote forehand just laid up. Douglas up on the right side. Powers it low and hard. Crossing. What a scoop there by Zulaika. Here's Douglas. Backhand into the corner. Rebote comes shooting out. Zulaika's got another one. Douglas backhand. Low runner on the wall. Zulaika quickly into the 2-wall.
That's
thrown
beautiful.
in to score. Just a 1-point deficit.
About as nice as the one that Douglas threw earlier. That one opened up all the way up there at the 3 line and scored. Just really well done. See, when Zulaika does it, he does it very quick. Doesn't spend a lot of time maneuvering into position. Boom, that's already headed off the court before the 4. Very well done.
Douglas takes in the serve on the left side. Here's a rebote. Forehand, high off the front wall, that just did clear. Douglas on the backhand, launch this one. Zulaika staying up the front, gets out there, turns it overhead. Not a lot on that rebote. Douglas has to dig it out. Zulaika up in the front court at the 5 line to the inside. He caught it in the air. Inside placement's going to score for the set. A defense there by Douglas turns it into a 6-4 victory. And 2 minutes on the board. We'll play our second set.
A little more aggressive style of play than we're used to seeing from Douglas there at the end, and just the time to do it paid off with the set. Very well done.
And a good comeback there by Zulaika, though, certainly made things interesting towards the end of that set. I mean, look at this play by Douglas. I mean, you see it dropping low. He digs it out. I'm a little bit surprised. I mean, Zulaika took a look. It looked like Douglas was cutting back inside right here. And just, I mean, all he had to do was just a soft touch off the side wall, and he's got it at 5-5.
Zulaika was committed, and Zulaika was committed. Very well done. Great set.
Again, game day still up for grabs. The Warriors are the ones that have secured their 4 points, which is good enough for at least a tie. If Douglas can get this win, though, not only would they get 5 points, but they would win the season series over the Chargers. And that would come into play in the event that these two teams tied. The Warriors would own the tiebreaker. So we got to worry about that in May, but that's significant.
You're watching Battle Court live from the Magic City Fronton in Miami, Florida. We are in the final match of the evening. Singles match between the Chargers, represented by Zulaika, going up against Douglas and the Warriors. Douglas picked up that first set. Zulaika will have the serve, start off the second set.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are ready to begin set number 2. Zulaika will have the serve. Here's a backhand by Douglas. Here's a rebote. Zulaika fakes the outside placement, put it inside. Douglas just missed the scoop. First point, second set goes to Zulaika.
Douglas kind of has a patent on that high scoop when he bends down, and didn't work that time.
Backhand just out of reach. Zulaika on the rebote. Pushed it up the middle. Here's Douglas. High off the front wall to make the save. Zulaika has it just beyond the 7 line. Here's Douglas at the 9. Backhand. What a catch by Zulaika. Up the wall. He's down with the ball. Well, Magic City bounce. Douglas puts it just above the pad. It's floating, and it scores. 1-1. Douglas ties it up.
Yeah, not common to see two Magic City court experiences back to back. Magic City bounce on the side wall, meaning it hits one of the seams and changes directions ever so slightly. And then when it went up to the front wall, caught one of the spots. That's usually near those bolts that hold the panels in. The ball just died.
There's Zulaika on the backhand. That one just out of reach. Douglas comes back for it. Powers the rebote. Zulaika, inside placement. Douglas one-handed catch. There's the backhand. Zulaika inside placement. Douglas not going to get back in there. Zulaika jumps out ahead, 2-1.
Again, we are here in the second set. Reminder, the scoring in Battle Court. First player to reach 6 points wins the set. First player to win 2 sets wins the match.
Douglas from the left side. There's the backhand. Stopped by Zulaika. Zulaika launches this one just out of reach. Douglas comes back for it. He lays it up. Zulaika on the forehand. Fake the carom, put it inside. Douglas is scooping that one up. Backhand. Right into the corner. Zulaika now, all he can do, lays it up. That clears the overhead screen. Douglas on the bounce. Outside placement. Zulaika just does get out there. Zulaika's carom is stopped by Douglas. Douglas on the return, and it scores. Ball ruled to have hit the pad. Ball ruled to have hit the pad. That is 3 points for Zulaika. Fault over serve. Second serve coming up. Powerful serve. Douglas stays back beyond the 13 line, pulls it in. Here's Zulaika going up for it. Backhand is a little too high. That's in the overhead screen and out of play. Douglas gets his second point.
Zulaika looking to pass, getting the ball all the way to the back wall and out to the rebote, well over his opponent's head. That just touched the overhead screen, which is out of bounds.
Backhand just does clear the overhead screen. Douglas up at the 6. Launches that one overhead. Zulaika on the rebote, lays it up right over Douglas. Standing in on the costado. It's a 2-wall. Zulaika gets out there. Zulaika with the carom return. That one scored. 4-2 lead. Douglas on the backhand, drops this one in the corner. Zulaika on the rebote, makes the save. Ball kicked up, nice scoop by Douglas. Hard backhand in the corner. Rebote just laid up there. Douglas advancing, gets up there before the second bounce. Goes for the 3-wall play, and it scores. Three points for Douglas. That's an underserve. Second serve coming up. Big rebote there by Douglas into the chick-jack. 4-4 is the score.
Those often happen against Douglas, not from Douglas. Happened, what was it, 3 times with Manu last week?
At least.
2 chulas and a chick-jack?
Yeah, I think there were 3 total, yeah. There's Zulaika with a big backhand, open it up. Douglas on the move, up at the 6 line, turns it to pass. Cutting inside, that one comes up short. Douglas with 5 points. He's got a possible set and a possible match point.
Douglas has come back very nicely here. Zulaika's within striking distance. Have to see what happens. Here's Zulaika into the costado, inside placement. Douglas' scoop is missed.
We are tied up at 5-5. If Douglas wins, match is over. If Zulaika wins, we're going to a third set.
The supreme confidence he has with that scoop has failed him twice today. Go forward in the air, or on this court, that ball is definitely coming out to Robote. Not much of one, but run back to the 10 line. Showed before he can snap a 2-all from back there. But that high scoop like that, elegant looking in form, but not effective in practice.
Hard serve, Douglas has it, back at the 13. Hard throw to open it up. Zulaika on the Robote, that got away. Point, set, and match. Douglas finishes it off in straight sets. The Warriors win the game day 5-3.